welcome back. As discussed at the end of the previous part, we're going to have a look at Dingo's connection event because I'm curious what he's up to at the moment. He seems to have something going on. He's investigating something and maybe we'll get some information out of this connection event in regards to that. But then we're going to reload the save and then do Dancing Sisters Reception because I want to get the stat boosts from doing these connection events. So it's like this one I will not get any stat boost, so we also get to see this event as a result. So unless this one does give me a stat boost regardless, somehow, we shall see. Anyway, Dingo got in touch with me about helping him test the new functions of the Orbal camera he just got. Apparently we'll need to use my car. When I've got some time, I'll see about helping him out. Alright. Wait, I forgot to save! I didn't, that was a joke. We're doing this test in the outskirts of the city? Guessing it involves the wireless boosters and extenders that have been setting up along the highway then? You really don't let any technology news pass you by, do you? I just happened to catch a rumor about it. The test is for a new cutting-edge feature for Orbal cameras. It's called cloud storage. You're at cloud storage already? Jeez. It lets one upload data directly to the Orbal network using those wireless boosters and extenders. If it works properly, I'll be able to capture and save more photos and videos while I'm out in the field. Having a copy there also makes it less likely for the data to be lost or damaged, supposedly. And if you got a backup, then yeah. Damn. Technology sure is advancing fast these days. Yes it is. The tech's still in development though. A small portion is being tested by the military. But I do expect the feature to hit the market eventually. How'd you get your hands on it? You testing them for Marduk or something? Nah, I got it through Kitty. Yeah, that makes sense. You met her through the case with a rich kid last year, right? Yeah, we swap info every now and then. It's funny to think about how many shared acquaintances we have now. Fate works in weird-ass ways. You can say that again. Stop the car here. This your first test spot? That's right. I won't be long. But we're on like a highway or something. Works like a dream. Transfer speed isn't half bad either. Do you mind driving me to the next spot? Sure thing. You met her shortly after our first encounter, right? Huh? Kitty. Oh yeah, feels like it's been ages since then. 5 years ago I helped her shake off an insane jackass, and then I got her into Crossbell, where she took refuge for a while, and we know what happened there. Sounds like she was going through a difficult time. That ain't the half of it. At that point, she'd given up on a lot in her life, and she was also really aggressive. Funny, that's exactly how I would describe you from back then. You used to be constantly at my throat, remember? Yeah, I guess I was. Not to make excuses, but I was young and dumb. I had only just started out as a spriggan, so I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Yeah, even so, I couldn't help but be drawn to you. Your latent potential was clear as day. I wish your assistants could have seen what you were like at the time. That makes one of us. The sooner everyone can forget that period of my life, the better. But I'll never forget how you were always looking out for me, despite how much of a walking hazard I was to myself and everyone around me. I still remember the first piece of advice you gave me. No, flashback.
Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue in how to move forward in the gap between the two.
I only vaguely recall saying that, to be honest. Yeah, but it clearly stuck with him. Those words helped me out a bunch of times. Is that so? Oh, pull over here. This is the second spot. We're a good bit away from the city, but the signal's still decent. The transfer speed is a tad slow, but I can deal with it. Could you take me to the next spot? Will do. I hear you hired yet another assistant. The number of people in your employ is growing fast. A little too fast, if you ask me. But at least I don't have to do paperwork anymore. Rosette's sparing me the headache. Well, regardless, you've been surrounding yourself with some interesting people. Especially the blonde-haired one. She's an Aramis student like Kitty, right? My instincts are right, Let's not play detective with her. Everyone's got their secrets, right? True enough. I suppose you and I also have things we don't want to share with each other. Yep. We've both got sides that we'd rather keep hidden. The only person who can face that part of yourself is you. Couldn't have put it better myself. Here we are. This is the final spot. Some interesting backstory here with these guys. Afterwards, Van and Dingo reach the memorial park. Blah blah blah. Upon confirming there were no data transfer problems with the Orbal network, they made their way back to Edith. I'm honestly impressed. I thought the connection would have been more spotty, given how far we were from the city. Guess we can call this test a success. Yeah, thanks for the help, Vern. Now I can... Yeah, no problem. Always happy to lend a hand. That cloud storage thing still sounds crazy to me. Technology's come a long way in the last decade. This is true. And you've seen that firsthand in Basil and while working with Marduk. It's all a result of generations of people building on the achievements of those who came before them and an ancient civilization that got destroyed. It's that kind of thinking why you always look out for Mario? You trying to help the next generation? Perhaps. It might be why I did the same for you 5 years ago. I just can't bring myself to turn a blind eye to someone in need, even if I honestly don't know if I have the right to be helping anyone. Especially after all the pain I caused with my poor judgment in my younger years. Dingo. I've just got one thing to say to that. You taught me a lot over the past 5 years, and I'm sure Mario's absorbing a fair bit from you too. The knowledge she gains from you will definitely help her as she follows her own path through life, just as it helped me with mine. Aww. I'm not gonna let anyone dismiss everything you've done for us, and that includes you. Besides, if you're saying you've got poor judgment, where does that leave us? Fair point. I didn't mean to slight you or her. Forget I said anything. That wasn't like me. Still... No, he's a grown man now. I've got no place to tell him that. I'm sure the influence of those around him will lead him to realize the truth on his own. You've been awfully quiet all of a sudden. Oh, I was just thinking about how much you've grown these past 5 years. You were still pretty immature back then. Can we not talk about this? The two of them drove back to the capital. Van then bade farewell to Dingo and returned to his work.
Hey, once things calm down, let's grab some drinks at Bramati's. My treat.
See, nothing. We got nothing. You got that, but... It's a case of like, nah. Right, so, was she running at the pole then? It looked like she was, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let me reload a save, we'll do some rounds, and then we'll do the other event with the sisters. Be right back. Word on the street is, Lugan's a bit of a playboy. Just rumors, of course, but something had to spread them. That whole thing with him going after that actress kinda soured my opinion of him. He really built up this professional image on the track, but now he's gone and thrown it all away. You ask me, he should have stayed in his lane. People looked up to the guy, for crying out loud. You sound very mature for your age in the way you speak. It's like, damn. I heard Almata was behind those terrorist attacks on Basil and Ankerville. Scum bastards. We gotta tighten up our security to make sure that won't weasel their way into Edith. I did hear, though, that it was a private company that got Basil back under control, and not the police. I can't complain as long as they're keeping the public safe, but I wish the Force could have put on a better show there. It was a really dire situation. There's not so much you could have done, you know. Honestly, though, with the uptick in fraud and scams lately, I feel like citizens aren't taking street smarts seriously anymore. This is gonna sound a bit morbid, but those regular attacks back in the day made everyone more alert and aware of their surroundings, I feel. I think with things booming the way they are, everybody's letting their guard down. Not to say things shouldn't be peaceful, it's just opening the door back up for lowlives and gangsters to take advantage of people.
Alrighty.
Interesting viewpoint. Braces over there. Well, a bracer. Our ties with the CID. Well, I wouldn't know much about that, honestly. All the groundwork for that was already laid when I joined. Though I know some of my fellow officers have some strong opinions about it. But Claudio? Assume that has quite a few connections in the CID branch we work with. That's made things much easier. What's going on with you two? You guys again, huh? Sticking your noses into trouble as usual, I take it. Well, I guess that's not always a bad thing. I do owe you for Basil. We were just discussing our cleanup efforts and what we subsequently learned about the group's movements. Oh, am I dreaming? I got props from a bracer and they're letting me in on some insider info? Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I just can't stop you from listening in on us when you're right there. Something tells me that cold shoulder's just for show. Yeah. At first it was like, oh, come on, dude. But at this point it's like, nah, no. Even the guild has to admit you played a large part in Basil. And we lost track of their airship, unfortunately. But we did manage to ferret out their other moves in the meantime. We've also been cracking down on their business ties and collaborators, which has helped us make numerous high-profile arrests. Yeah, that checks out. After the shit show in Basil, I bet the CID wants these guys gone. That's good to hear. But I'm still bothered that we have no intel on them in terms of motives or end goals. Yeah, and what's also weird is Mesledum's calmed down a lot. You'd think they'd be ramping up their activities there, right? Yeah, like, they're up to something. They've gone quiet, which is worrying. I mean, sure, you've arrested a few people here and there, but they've gone quiet. Trouble is brewing. The guild's trying to get to the bottom of that now. We want to figure out the impetus for that swing. Like, why are we in an intermission? What's going on? Chief Ruren has ordered us on high alert, in fact. Though that's just bureaucracy, really. At any rate, I do hope the guild takes that intel into account. Oh, we will. And if we get info before they attack, maybe we can stop them from killing a ton of people. Wouldn't that be nice? Sounds like there's some tension between those two. Hope they can put that aside. Oh dear. Oh, that was juicy. I'll have to keep an eye on how that all plays out. Incidentally, our mutual friend has been in contact fairly regularly. I just hope they keep things under control on their end. Don't quite catch her drift there, but I guess something's keeping the CID busy. We've been doing our own investigation at the guild, plus prepping our own countermeasures against you-know-who. Feels like Elaine's been digging a bit deeper than the rest of us, though. Apparently, she's even doing her own research after hours. Talk about dedication. Ooh, dedication. Dedication's what you need. She needs to make sure she doesn't burn herself out. I mean, that's true, yeah, but you want to be the best, better than the rest, then ooh, dedication is what you need. With technology comes trickery, I suppose. Those who lack the savvy and find themselves trapped. I'll need to be much more cautious on the Orbal net going forward. Right, so let's go see how the painting is progressing, or not. No, it's just Ah, no, this is a mockery. This isn't the tower at all. I mean, clearly. I mean, that looks like a tower. That looks like a blank canvas. I have to put my all into this. I must put the tower's mystique to canvas, or that imperial fop will have me beat at the concourse. Oh, I can feel burnout creeping into my body, but I banish it. I can't give out until I've cracked the tower's code. Try putting paint on the canvas. Just a suggestion there.
Oh, I'm so in love.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Carol's taking a break today. Evidently, there's something going on at the share house in Old Town here. One look at her outfit lately tells me something's weighing heavy on her mind. I just don't know what. I pray to Arusha that whatever she's struggling with, she gets through it and finds her way.
Indeed.
Indeed, yes. Do 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 do.
All right.
Got all that, alright. I guess I see what Simon's getting at. She does have potential. Was it really worth tying up the court just for a one-on-one with some preppy Aramis kid? I mean, where's the fun in watching a schoolboy go up against our queen of the streets? We're one of the strongest teams around. People don't want to see us beating up small fry. They want to see a challenge. Sasha got a ride to Aramis. She's playing ball up there now. But a few years back, she was here dominating the streets. Huh. Don't know who's all with you, but this'll be fun regardless. Been a while, hasn't it? I've been needing a little challenge in my life too. Once this is over, let's scrap a bit for old time's sake. Damn, Sasha, you really grew up, didn't you? You rocked that uniform. Dumbass didn't know what hit him, picking a fight with a firecracker like you. I think I'll watch this one and see if he learns a thing or two. Oh my, see what goes on here then. Hell you one! Why'd you drag me out here? Oh, nothing big, I just figured a match or two might change your outlook on things. Huh? What are you talking about? I can tell you've got a lot on your plate right now. A lot of things stressing you out. I've known you since before Ronald dragged you into this mess after all. Even Ren is giving you props for trying to get yourself back on track now that he's dropped out. But aren't you tired of all the work by yourself? It's okay to ask for help, you know. We can help you get back on the straight and narrow. Get off your friggin' high horse. And you've got some nerve picking a fight you know you'll lose. Oh, don't count me out just like that. I'm the captain of the basketball team for a reason. In fact, I'd venture to say I'm a better athlete than you in general. Pick a sport, I'll wipe the floor with you. Come at me. And when I win, you get the hell out of my face.
Indeed.
Guys. I am so sick of looking at your face. Don't you dare bitch about playing rough, got it? I'm gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna like it. Jeez. Up until April, James was hanging around with this punk named Ronald. Ronald dropped out, but James still covers for him. Well, I guess I can help him vent some of his frustrations at least. Might have to play a little rough with him though. Oh dear. Wow, a private school student's playing here? You don't see that every day. It's nice to sit back and watch other people play every now and then. Looking forward to this one. Wow, she's good. Really good. I hope I can play like that someday. Quite a few dots down there though, isn't there? More dots, more dots.
Need something?
Need something? What are you buying, stranger? Hey there. You're just in time to try some of my new buckwheat soba. Got the real authentic stuff this time. Cray buckwheat just blows me away every time. I don't know how they do it. With Eastern imports getting harder to come by, Cray is really the only place to get authentic buckwheat.
Okay.
Hey, welcome. Thanks, pal. Well...
Oh, thanks for helping rescue Bazelia. For all the trust Rumsfeld put in me, I let him and the young miss down. I brought shame to my post. Can't believe it all stemmed from their family dispute. How did things get so out of hand? I'll have to pay more attention to them going forward. If I weren't so impersonal, I might have been able to help her. Oh dear. I think those two over there are on a blind date. See them over there? She looks like she hasn't gone on that many dates before. Kinda awkwardish. But there's something cute about that. Him, on the other hand, that young man's got it all figured out. Just look at how he carries himself. A real cock-of-the-walk type. Even if they don't have the chemistry, it'll still be a good learning experience for her. It's nice to get out there. That's a nice outlook on it, yeah. We're eyeing the global marketplace for our next step, once we secure our footing here in Calvert. With that in mind, please do prioritize those bills and amendments when you secure the majority in the next election. We'll support you on our end however we can. Yes, fair enough. Your industry presents interesting opportunities for our party. It's time we embrace this new economic age. That said, you need to keep the bigger picture in mind. If you chase the short term, you may lose sight of the long term. You can address your immediate legislative concerns, of course, but we should do so in a forward-thinking way, no? I understand that, but surely we can't overlook the short term. The market is awfully turbulent. We need to strike while the iron's hot. Incidentally, I do have these sweets from Quincy Bell, if you'd like some. And for your help, we'd be happy to welcome you to the hotel, yeah, for some well-deserved rest and relaxation. Oh, give it a rest, Jennifer. Retract that little offer at once and I'll pretend I never heard it. You're a talented businesswoman. You should know better than to butter me up with cheap favors. You're right. I'm sorry. I got a bit too anxious there. I need to cool my head. Forgive me. I can't believe myself. Did I really just try to do that? And how low will I sink if I don't put a stop to it? But I made this bed, now I have to lie in it. Our actions at the bank have all boiled down to winning the Republican Party's favor. If we were to convince them to amend those trade laws, the market would be all but ours after the next election. Guess I let that blind me. Now, don't let anyone tell you Jennifer's a bad businesswoman, but she does tend to hyperfixate on individual issues over the bigger picture. Until she can step back and look at broader problems, she'll find it difficult to work with people.
Okay.
Miss Sonia. Oh wow, you're a teacher at Adamis. That's incredible. It's really no big deal. My career's only just getting started, even though I'm in my 30s. Your students are in good hands, I bet, with a teacher like you. I must say, you've piqued my curiosity, my fair lady. What do you do when a particularly naughty student misbehaves? How do you rein them in? Oh, well, I teach PE, so it's mostly just physical stuff. I call them out and have them do 30 laps around the grounds. But I've always got my trusty wooden sword on hand too, so as long as I don't go totally corporal on there. What? Oh. Oh no. No, I've gone and done it. Should have kept my stupid mouth shut. What's Miss Sonia doing here? Single and mingling, if I had to guess. Looks like it ain't going so hot though.
Alrighty.
She tried to joke around and it didn't work. A wooden sword. Did I hear that right? I'm dead. I am slain. 3 months bidding my time for a hot day and I blew it. Adia, smite me. Oh. Thank you again. For the other day, I mean. I'm sure Eddie would have kept me safe, but still. It was all worth it to find out that my father really does care about me. Looking at it like that, I think it ended up being a valuable experience for us all. I guess. You did help out Eddie a little bit as a result. Forgive me, young miss, I have failed you. I was entrusted with your safety and I could not protect it. My only solace is that the President found an opportunity to show the young miss his love. That she's always in his heart, come what may. I cannot express how deeply it moves me to be able to help them.
Do you need something?
No,
Please
I'm
come
good.
again.
Alright, let's check outside so we can have a look at the dots. Make sure we're done. As far as I can see, we're done there. So, let's go do the actual connection event we want to, get the stats from. The Dancing Sisters reception. The Dancing Sisters from Tharbad are here to perform. They want to say hello if there's time. Maybe I should call them over to Old Town. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Van, over here! Hey there, you're both looking well. Same to you. It's good to see you again. She means that, by the way. She's been really desperate to meet up with you. Shahina! Oh yeah? You've been asked to perform in Trion Tower. You two are really moving up in the world, ain't you? I suppose the Tourism Association here in Edith contacted our agency and requested we put on a show there. Did your hair just flick? Sounds like our performance in the Carnal Cavalcade made an impression on them. And I bet they were also blown away by the show we did at Arkansas and Crossbell. Speaking of which, I want to hear about how that went, but first we gotta wait for the others to show. Sarah, Shaheen, there's Ferry. Oh, there's all of them. Welcome to Edith. What's up, you two? It's difficult to believe only a month has passed since we last met. Whoa, hey everyone. You all came to see us. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Oh, I don't believe we've met. We haven't, though everyone's told me quite a bit about you both. My name is... Katra introduced himself to them, and the whole group celebrated their reunion. After that, they all made their way to Old Town. We getting a lovely meal? Oh! Still some awesome music this. Well, this is awesome! Can't believe we get to see something like this here in Old Town. It's too amazing! Yeah, they're even better than I expected. They've clearly honed their dance routine. I know they just wanted to find somewhere to practice before the big event, but I kind of feel rude not tipping them for such a damn good performance. Well, then tip them then. There's nothing like a good bath after dancing. I like this place. It's different from the hammam we have back home, but in a good way. Right? It's our favorite place around here. Oh, and before I forget, I bought you all some shea butter from Tharbad. I hope you like it. Really? Aw, you didn't have to. Thank you. What a lovely gift, Miss Sarah. I'd be honored to have some. Man, chicks love chatting. They're not getting out of there anytime soon, huh? It's fine, let them catch up. Why don't we grab some sherbet and kill some time with Gatra, since he's waiting outside? Probably in the private one. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so glad your performance with Arkansas went great. Yes, we received your letter about it right after the show concluded. I hope you guys didn't mind. We were both so jazzed up about it. I had to tell someone while it was all fresh. I mean, how often do a couple of street dancers like us get to be directed by the fervent dancer, Ilya Blatire herself? Not that we were intimidated by them or anything. They might be famous, but we kept up with them, and their routine just fine. You never get tired of telling everyone all that, do you? It's all you've talked about ever since we got home. Honestly, I don't actually remember the performance much. All I remember is that the exhilaration once it was all over. It was kind of like I was in a trance. Yeah, careful with that. Like last time someone was in a trance, it went really bad. Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. When you get so absorbed in the performance, everything else vanishes. You could call it a dancer's high. Sounds like it was a really stimulating and fruitful time overall. Absolutely. Wish we could watch you two up on stage, now that you've improved so much. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like our schedules are going to line up to see your show today. I'm really sorry. Speaking of which, how are we doing on time? You still got your rehearsal, don't you? You sure it's okay for you to just be hanging around with us? It's fine. I double-checked everything earlier, so we should still be on time. I'm the one managing our schedule this time, so we've got nothing to... Oh. Oh no! Shahina, what's the matter? We got a problem. I totally screwed up our schedule. We've only got half an hour before rehearsal starts. What? Well, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Please don't be mad. It's okay, Shahina. Time flies when you're with friends. I should have been on top of things too. But we should get going. Gotta get to the venue soon. Alright, let's go. I'll bring the truck around. I was gonna say, drive them there. You don't have to, Van. It's okay. It'll be faster that way. Are they checking like the road network or something? Knowing the timetables and how long it'll take to get there on foot, you won't make it in time by taking the subway. That is indeed correct. But if you allow Mr. Arkwright to drive you, you'll arrive with even a few moments to spare as long as you take the highway. You should go. I'll keep him informed of the current traffic conditions while he's on the road. What they said, just go ahead and get your things together. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, thanks a ton, Van. I'm so sorry we have to take off like this, you guys. That's okay. We'll see you two again soon. Van's a great driver. He'll make sure you make it in time. Good luck, you two. Thanks, Agnes. We owe you all one. Sarah and Shahina climbed into Van's pickup truck and made a beeline for the highway. Unfortunately. Oh no. Traffic. Yep. Should have took the subway. Tch, traffic at a time like this. I took the shortest route too. It would appear that construction in the area is the cause. Not to mention the accident on the expressway. Real bad timing there. This is awful. It's too early to give up. Are you guys prepared to make it no matter what? Yeah, even though we really messed up. We'll do anything to perform our dance for the capital. Then hold on tight, I'm gonna use a back street. Wait, where are you turning off? What? An underground railroad? Are we even allowed to be here? Maybe not, but it's not like anyone else uses it anymore. I know of an exit near Trion Tower. Buckle up, because I'm about to let her rip. Alright. What are you doing, Van? What are you doing? Oh, there's another car down here. And there's a couple of hotties in the back. Hell yeah, that thing's got some awesome parts on it. This is our lucky day. There's another car on our tail. Must be some scumbags from the Blacklight District. Well, they ain't gonna catch me. Make them eat our dust. Alright, Sheena, calm down. Van made sure they ate their dust. Alright, 5 minutes till your show starts. I think we're gonna make it in time. You all okay back there? Felt like I was in a car chase scene in a movie. My heart's still pounding like crazy. You have our thanks, Van. Had it not been for you, we would have surely been late. We're in your debt once again. Hey, I'm just doing what any of you or other fans would do if they were in my place. Anyway, I'm impressed you could handle my crazy driving and laugh about it afterwards. You two are made of sterner stuff. I mean, I won't deny it was a little scary, but we had faith that you would keep us out of harm's way. We'll invite you over to one of our performances in the future as thanks. I hope you'll be able to come. Yeah, please do. Looking forward to it already. I'll ask the others if they'd like to tag along too. They'd have to pay though. Alrighty, we're almost there now. Good luck, you two. Thank you. In the end, Van was able to see the two sisters safely to Trion Tower. On his way back to the office, he listened to their performance on the radio, which seemed to be a roaring success.
I just know you and my sis would go great together.
Shahina, you're going to make Van feel awkward.
Oh my. Dancing Veil. Right, so what's Dancing Veil? That's the question. Doo-doo, Dancing Veil. A magnificent veil used by a Central Eastern dancer. EP up. Diddly-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. The CP up every turn. Wait, is that where you're getting the CP from? Maybe I'm wrong with the fairy thing. Doesn't matter. So I still get the CP up. What did I put that on after? I don't know. Yeah, wonder if that's better than that. So I still want to get rid of that armor, don't I? I'll sort stuff like that later. Just wanted to see what the thing was. Right, so let's head over to the Tyrell district.
Let's be on our way.
Get the rounds done here. Hey, did you read this month's Buzz Raider? I haven't yet, but my friend told me what they wrote about Judith Lanster. First I was shocked by it, but the more I think about it, maybe it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally. I hear ya. Judith Lanster sure is famous, getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up an awful lot these past couple of days. I know. I wonder if something happened to her. We know. What? Feeling a little concerned for her? I suppose so. It's hard not to worry when people are speculating about her so much. Are you a fan of hers, Anya's? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. Those two were discussing the contents of Buzz Raider, yes? I've seen that magazine on the newsstand from time to time. Yeah, it's something of a rival to Meld, the place that Dingo works for. Buzz Raider's got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Gotta take their stories with a couple of grains of salt and then some. But it's always possible those guys managed to actually dig up some sort of scoop about Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, you can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You can consider it another way to gather intel. You rely on even tabloids to gather your information? Is that really such a good idea? Don't get me wrong. About 90% of what they publish is bullshit, but it ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either. I just want to know if something happened to her, at the very least. Hopefully Buzz Raider can explain that. Then let's go ahead and swing by the bookstore later to pick up a copy. Doesn't hurt to check it out. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Right, so let's check all the dots around the place. And we'll leave the key event till the next spot. Yes. Karen tries to act like she isn't bothered, but she is. It's written all over her face. Not that I mind if she is. I just wish she'd put it off to the side while we're supposed to be out patrolling. Anyway, you be sure we'll be keeping a sharp eye out, so no trouble slips past us on our watch. Can't have you guys hugging all the glory. One way of putting it. I had a feeling people were in a weird frenzy this morning, but I didn't think the reason was because of some celebrity scandal. Part of me wants to write all that off as some dumb noise, but between you and me, we do have some investigators in our ranks who are playboys. Yeah, I think I'm familiar with them. If someone on the force ended up on a tabloid, I'd probably take it a little more personally. We are talking about colleagues here, after all. Oh dear. Oh, there's more. Still, I don't know if Buzz Raiders doing themselves any favors by attracting so much ire. They're playing with fire, if you ask me. If they end up getting raided because of something dumb they did, I hope I don't get roped into it. But knowing my luck. Huh? Maxim did what to Judith Lanster? I knew people said he was a womanizer, but I thought he was still a good guy deep down. Guess not. What a bummer. Maybe it's just a bunch of haters trying to spread lies about him. No, probably not. Feel so let down. Indeed. What's going on with you three? Judith Lanster and Maxim, what's his name, are an item now? For real? Talk about eerie. What the heck happened? Was she crying about losing the Best Actress award and then he pounced or something? I don't know about that. I get you're shocked, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. It was BuzzRadar who broke this story. They're a pretty nasty bunch. Every talent agency out there has blacklisted them for a reason. Not to mention, this is pretty sensitive stuff we're talking about here. The line between a celebrity's private and public lives is hazy. Huh. Actually sound like you know what you're talking about for once, Peter. Damn. What gives? Did you eat something weird today? Oh, did you not know? Then again, Peter's not one to really bring this kind of thing up. Anyway, I know he doesn't look it, but his dad's the president of a talent agency. He's practically entertainment nobility. Would you knock it off about my looks? So I'm not as hot as I'm supposed to be, I guess. I didn't mention it before because I'm not on the best terms with my dad. I only brought up that other stuff because I thought you two should know. No way, Peter, does that mean you get to hang out with celebrities as much as you want? I don't want to talk about it. Think whatever you like. Did San really not know about it? Could have sworn I at least told her once before, huh? Peter's so bad at being direct that it always gets him in trouble. When it's not making him late, it's causing him problems with his dad. We could have put this behind us a lot sooner if he'd just come out and told us what he needed to. Instead, he gets all sheepish and makes everything worse. Ugh. I had no idea Peter was the son of an entertainment company president. That's so hilarious. I don't get that vibe from him at all. But I guess it kind of makes sense the more I think about it. That'd explain why he knows such specific stuff. I've got to give him credit though. He doesn't really brag about it or anything at all. He's a pretty good guy. Alrighty, let's head into the cafe.
Hey there.
I can't believe how worked up everybody in the city is getting over such salacious news. Something like that would be inconceivable back in the Central East. I'm glad my son is at Sunday school, at least, so isn't exposed to any of this. I really don't want our son hearing such lowbrow talk from other people. It just wouldn't be good for him. Oh my. So where's that dog? Ah, there you are, kitty. Meow. That's interesting, not used to seeing him hanging out by the window all that much. Indeed, he does. The cats can be such fickle creatures by nature, as I'm sure you all know. Nevertheless, seeing him in such high spirits always puts me in a good mood as well. I'm happy when he's happy. Oh, good to know. Alright, we'll speak to you over here now. Sorry about that. It can be easy being famous. I couldn't say whether or not that article has any merit. It was him speaking, wasn't it? I just realized. However, what I can say is that when Judith visited our cafe some time ago, she was pleasant to serve. Perfectly normal woman. Fame certainly has a way of making a victim of one's own success. It's unfortunate when it means someone can't carry on a normal life, truly.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your next visit.
Do you? Whoa, did Judith Lanster and Maxim Lugan really? Really? Oh, no. What am I doing? I can't be bothering customers like this. They're here to relax. Maybe I'll buy a copy of BuzzRadar on my way home, though. I mean, it's certainly going to sell them copies, it seems. The amount of people that seem to be buying it. Here's Fee. Good to see you're doing great, Julian. Sounds like things are going well at Aramis, too. Yep, I see you haven't changed a bit either. I know you're always busy, but I hope you have time to coach me again sometime soon. That'd be really great. Sure, I could do that. Can't really say no when it's you. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahard, Alvis, and Regina to join us. Make it a whole get-together. That sounds less like a get-together and more like a recipe for an incident, if you ask me. Not to change the subject, but you two know each other? I didn't realize that. Yep, he goes to Thor's military academy. I've heard of it. He's a member of Class 7 there, to be exact, just like I was. She went before I attended, but she and the other members have still done so much for me. I wouldn't be the man I am today without all of the guidance of my awesome instructor and the other graduates. Wow, that's amazing. When you say instructor, you don't happen to mean... No, I'm sure he does mean the big hero of the war. This kid just gets more and more intriguing the longer we talk to him. Second of all, Gale, I know I'm not one to talk, but it's safe to say everybody who comes out of Class 7 is unique, to say the least. Anyway, I'm sure we'll run into each other a lot while you're here. If anything comes up, feel free to hit me up. I'll be happy to listen. Alright, I will. Thanks, V. Good to see you. Know you're in Class 7, mate. I really owe a lot to the older members of Class 7, especially Fee. She gave me a ton of useful advice when I first came to the Republic to study abroad. Instructor Reen pushed me to come too. I wouldn't be here without him. All the more reason for me to succeed so I don't let people like him down.
One girl's courage will change history.
I've got a soft spot for Julian since we come from the same school and all, so I suppose I can give him a little coaching. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahad, Alvis and Regina to join me. Make it a whole get-together. The paparazzi are saying Judith Lanster and Maxim Lugan are a thing, huh? Give me a break. When you've been in the entertainment business as long as I have, you develop a pretty good instinct for what's legit and what's total crap. But it doesn't always take someone like me. Anyone who's been following both of their careers will tell you them getting together is a stretch. The thing about entertainment is you're selling your name and reputation. Unfortunately, some people make their money by misusing it. Too true, mate, too true. Entertainment's a dirty industry. You're selling people's names and looks when you get down to it. Pretty rich coming from a fashion scout, I know. The problem is, once there's value to your name and face, people can take them and come up with whatever crap they like to make a mirror. To put it another way, gossip rags like BuzzRadio are dependent on their subjects' notoriety. It's the only way they make a living. Diddly-doo-diddly-doo-diddly-doo. Phew, finally finished reading my copy of Perfect Crimes by the Perfect Perpetrators. Ugh, feels so strange. Why do I have this sense of loss now that it's all over? Wonder if they're going to put out a new edition sometime. I need to contact the publisher and find out. All the normies are getting up in arms about some scandal going on, but me? All I care about are crimes, the bigger the better. I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators sometime. I should contact the publisher about it. They probably will. They probably will.
Good grief.
Good gravy.
Well, I heard.
Well,
I wonder if my sister cares about what's been happening with Judith Lanster. I'm worried one of the editors is going to ask me to write up a story about that, and I really, really don't want that to happen. At some point, everybody at the company is taken to calling me Super Gopher, and I want them to stop already. Ugh. Well, good luck with that. You know there's no books or magazines or anything there, right? You do know that, yeah? Plus they are also ghost furniture. They're not really there, because you can see through them. That stuff up in Basel the other day sure caused me some problems. All of my contacts in Parliament have refused to speak with me recently. CID has likely been pressuring them to keep quiet on recent matters. Well, it probably isn't just them. There's a lot of red flags about all of that between Professor Cronkite being reassigned and Vern's board of directors getting shaken up.
Well,
Well, if my sources won't speak up, then there isn't much I can do except wait and see how things unfold. When you go about this job the way I do, making compromises with the people you're dealing with is the price you have to pay. Marielle's got the day off today. She said she was going out to lunch with somebody, I think. Wait a minute. Could it be who I think it is? Oh, I'm crossing all my fingers and toes for her. Go get him, girl. Yeah, it didn't work out. Dingo is elsewhere. Bum 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 bum
How about
bum
some nice
bum
cold ice
ba-dum. Love is a lot like sweets when you think about it. It comes in all kinds of different shapes and flavors. Take Judith and Maxim, or Maxif, as the people call them. On the outside, they may look like a really sweet, lovey-dovey sort of couple. But you can't just make a good sweet by piling sugar on top of more sugar. My gut tells me there's exactly what those two have going on. It might give you a sugar rush at first, but sooner or later you'll get tired of it and it'll come crashing down with a nasty stomachache. Or a sugar crash, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it does happen. Hello.
Thanks for shopping.
I haven't shopped. I don't know what you're on about.
How about some popcorn?
Popcorn? Popcorn? Welcome to... Dang it, I choked on some popcorn and my throat still hurts. Sorry about that, but... Who wouldn't choke after hearing about such a big scandal? Most people.
Hey there. What are you?
Your throat sounds fine. What are you talking about? Did I just run right between those two? I think I did. Oh, here we go.
Thank you for your visit today.
Youngins won't stop yammering on about that scandal Judith Lanster found herself in.
You have a ticket. Please
An actor's job is to act out stories, not be a paradigm of morality. But young people these days want them to be as pure as the driven snow. I can't understand it. As if that weren't bad enough, I hear there are entertainers called idols that sell themselves on that exact hogwash. How embarrassing. Oh dear, oh dear. I've had a handful of chances to talk to Judith Lanster, including when she came to the theatre to promote Golden Blood.
Thank you for your visit today.
Though I may not know her well, it saddens me to see her go through such a tremendous scandal. Suppose these moments come with fame such as hers.
Please proceed.
It's becoming quite the headache for us too. We now have people inquiring about the matter to us. Putting all of that nonsense aside, this week's top recommendation has to be, without a doubt, Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. It's a biographical film about Sheena Dirk, portrayed by none other than Nina Fenley, who's sort of at the center of attention these days. Although some objected to a person of Eastern heritage playing such a role, I'd say she was born for the part.
The showing on screen 1 will soon begin.
Will it? Oh. There's a rumor going around about a particular actress. It's caused quite the stir around the city. I don't really know much about the situation. We do sometimes greet the actresses in question, but it's not as though we're acquainted with her. So I can't say whether it's true or not. We just don't know any of the facts. On another note, we're showing Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution this week. Shocker, I know. The casting of Sheena Dirk was controversial when it was announced. Some weren't keen on an Easter woman playing the lead role. But any doubts were finally laid to rest in light of Nina Fenley's acclaimed performance. She immersed herself into the role so thoroughly. It's little wonder she won Best Actress.
Please proceed to the entrance.
Hello.
Okay, welcome. Can I get you a ticket for something? What's playing right now? I mean, obviously we gotta go Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. How many tickets do you wish to buy? I was tempted to go Mishi. Maybe do that at night if I can. Alright then, who should I invite? Anya's. Oh, Katra. Tickets for Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. It'll be 600 Mira for 3. Purchase. Van decided to let everyone loose so he could watch a movie during his work break. After inviting some company to tag along with him, they made their way to the theater. Who we got in the background, if anyone? Could just be stock NPCs. Sheena Dirk was the leader of the Calvardian Revolution and the cornerstone of the newly founded Calvard Republic. Despite her youth, Dirk commanded the attention of the nation. Her unyielding patriotism resonated with the citizens of every class and background. She quickly rose to fame alongside her comrades. Atkinson, a former general of the Royal Army, Auguste, a philosopher, and Aramis, an artist. Together, these 4 heroes weaved their way through the tumult of their time, all the while paving a path for a better tomorrow. Their efforts culminated in the Battle of Edith, igniting the flames of the Calvardian Revolution. Five minutes before the start of the Battle of Edith.
My body won't stop shaking. I thought I made my peace with death long ago, but I guess I haven't. And even now, I'm racked with doubt. Can we really change the history of an entire country?
Of course we can, Sheena. The victors are free to write the history books however they please. Once we toss the tomes of the ancient regime, we'll write a new history. One that is centered on the people of this country.
You're right as always. Victory is our only path forward.
The Revolutionary Army is now at your beck and call. They're awaiting your orders, Commander Dirk.
It's time for the dawn of a new era for our homeland. Let us seize the future with our own hands!
Dawn, you say? Nina's acting in that movie was incredible. She looked so dignified and certain about herself. You could see the determination in her eyes. Like she really was prepared to die. It was impressive stuff, yeah. The scene where they all finally rise up was absolutely gripping. Now I really wish Nina was here so I could tell her just how amazing she was. Every movie she's in feels so different from everything else she's done. I almost can't wait to see what she'll do next. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sounds like I made the right call bringing you along. Absolutely. Thank you, Van. The professor is the one who taught me what I know about the Republic's history. But even on its own, it's simply a good movie worth watching. A nice celebration of the savior of the country. Yeah, I could see how it would inspire someone to want to learn more. Definitely have to assume some of it was embellished at least a little for entertainment's sake, though. Yeah, but still I like movies like this that have something educational to offer. Thanks for taking me to see it, Van. That helped me brighten my mood. Hey, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir. Yes. Having finished their break, Van and his crew resumed their work. Lovely. Right, so...
Please proceed to the entrance.
A lot of grown-ups are recommending Mishi and boots to kids. But they wouldn't be saying that if they saw it for themselves. Did something happen to Judith Lanster? Why is everyone talking about her? Someone said she's making love, but I don't know what that means. Heard she does that in Golden Blood Director's Cut, so maybe that's what it is? No. Wondering if you'll see the Mishi movie pop up.
Thank you for your visit today.
Right, come on, we see the car, lovely car, we can see the car, there's a car, perfect driver 2, we saw the car.
If you have a ticket,
And it's going
please
off to
proceed the entrance.
this movie, which I can't remember the name of. Right, yeah, we see, yep. But is it going to go back to the Gloria film,
We have
Dawn of the
merchandise
Revolution,
currently on sale at the shop.
or will it go to the Mishi film? Unless that is the Mishi film.
Here to remember your visit.
I don't think it is, though. Nope, it's gone to Gloria. Because we need to see the Mishi film. That's something we need to do that. We need to do that. Right, so. Hey, Anya's... What is it? Never mind, it's nothing. Glad to see your work's, going well. Stay safe out there, alright? Am I seeing things, or is this kid starting to change his tune? Yes, he and I had a bit of a talk after our trip in Basel. He should fully understand now that I'm proud to be working with you, and that nobody's forcing me to do so. Oh, I didn't know you told him that. But still. There's always a chance something could still happen to Agnes. I need to be ready to protect her at a moment's notice. I don't know if that talk was all that effective, Agnes. Sure it was, he just needs a little more time to accept it, that's all. When I agreed to tag along with Odette on her cafe hopping trip, didn't expect to end up at a place like this. It's pretty calm and relaxing, I'll admit. Definitely a good place to do some thinking. Hey, listen, Agnes. Just try to stay out of danger, alright? If you're running into any problems, you can always come talk to us. You know that, right? You know that, right? I finally found the roaming cafe that everyone's been talking about. I love me a good cafe, so when I heard about it, I knew I had to come see it. Turns out it's just as nice as everyone says. The drinks are to die for. Sounds like it was worth the trip. I'm happy for you, Odette. I can tell you're busy with work right now, but don't forget to take a break yourself when you can. This is a cute little place. Also, Shino's drinks are killer. I love it here. Albert doesn't seem to be having as much fun, though. I think I'll give him some space. Our student council work has kept us really busy, so I was hoping he could take this chance to rest and relax. Yeah, he wouldn't, though. Turns out these two are Anya's classmates. They mentioned that they enjoy visiting cafes, so today I'm doing something a little different, serving up cappuccinos for a change of pace. I can only imagine how busy student council work must get. Hopefully they're able to relax and unwind a little while they're here. Oh, I'm sure they will. Nothing beats your place when it comes to that. Take good care of them for me, alright, Shino? Absolutely. I promise they'll get my absolute best service, and then some. Ah.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, hey!
Hey, you won't go. Hey. Let's go in here first. Oh, don't mind me. I was simply mulling something over. Okay.
Alrighty.
Something fishy about that whole scandal. Perhaps I should report it to the elders. Yeah, oh.
Do you know what you want?
I hope to see you again.
We do know there's something more going on.
Great.
Mainly because we saw it, you know. Great news. We decided to open 2 new branches. We bought 2 properties, a building in Mesledum that emptied out after the terror threats, and Ankerville storefront that got damaged last month. You can be sure we'll be making them special places to visit. Yeah, get that smug look off your face. These adventures of yours sound about as virtuous as Aaron. So why open stores in those places? Are you trying to keep an eye on our Malta? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm only trying to spread the joy of authentic Eastern cuisine to more places. Mind you, the plan isn't set in stone. We got the properties for cheap, but depending on their condition, we might reconsider. After all, our organization is nothing if not flexible. We're good at thinking on our feet.
Very well.
Very well. We're very much interested in expanding into other regions. Depending on the condition of the properties, though, we may pull out. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Yeah. Right.
Cuisine is delicious.
Miss Mao complimented me today. Oh, lovely. She said I'm doing a good job studying everything I need to know for this job. You can't work here unless you know your stuff, so I really hit the books when I was hired. How am I supposed to be a good server unless I know the history behind our dishes and what makes each of them so special? You never know when that knowledge might come in handy on the job. Still funny how she has no clue, unless she does and she's deceiving us as well. There's tons of different types of Eastern cuisine in the Republic, including some of that originated elsewhere. The stuff we make is similar to what's served in Langport, but it came from the Far East originally. People there brought it here by sea routes. And there's other cultural stuff that came in by land, including the idea of wabi-sabi, or beauty in imperfection. It's all so fascinating to me, and it makes me want to sit down and try all kinds of Eastern foods. Fair enough. Like, that does happen in quite a few places around the world. Like, you have different cuisines come in from different cultures, different countries, and then it slowly changes and adapts to the local tastes. It's kind of like how we ended up with something like chicken tikka masala, which, as far as I know, like it's widely held belief, as far as I know anyway, that it was invented in Glasgow. Chicken tikka masala, a variation on chicken tikka. Yeah, to fit local tastes, that kind of thing. I can't believe what everybody's saying about Judith Lanster and Maxim Lugan. That sort of gossip's right up your alley, isn't it, sloth? You bet your ass it is. There were rumors flying around that Maxim was fooling around so much the guy had mistresses all over the place. Nobody saw him bagging Judith Lanster, though. Makes you wonder what fate has in store for such a powerful couple, don't it? Don't it? Sheesh, you're practically frothing at the mouth, man. Apparently it's not so credible, so all this excitement will probably die down before long. Jeez. Man, it's been a while since we had a celebrity scandal happen that was this wild. If we combine that with all the other rumors, I've got a feeling the truth will reveal itself. Calm down, mate. Sloth's always enjoyed talking about scandals and stuff for some weird reason. I remember when some boxer got arrested for doing drugs. Kept going on and on about it being the dark side of the sports world or whatever. He was obsessed. If only I could get him to shut up. Ha! Have we done everywhere else? Yep, we'll check this dot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I should read up on that rumor that's been making the rounds. Maybe I'll pick up a copy of Buzz Raider while I'm here.
No, we'll do that in the next part, mate. I just found out that Judith Lanster and Maxim Lugan are madly in love right now. How scandalous! I'm not into movies or Z1 racing, but even I've heard of those two. I think I'll pick up a copy of Buzz Raider. Wasn't on my to-buy list, but I'm just dying of curiosity. Right, so we'll see about buying ourselves a copy ourselves in the next part. Ta-da for now.